A service.
Hello, welcome to the chat room. My name is Edidi Ongeno. If you're just joining us, it's good to have you here. If you are new to the chat room, you can check us out on YouTube and on Facebook. You'll find our Facebook handle on your screen. Do well to follow, like, share, and watch previous episodes. And of course, also on YouTube, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're having a very interesting conversation today. Interesting because we have some amazing guests here with us, and the topic for today is what do women, I want to say want, but I want to say really want. Yeah, I'm putting really there for a reason. Yeah, so joining us today is, she's not new to the chat room, but she's usually on the other side of the chat room, the technical aspect of recording, and this is
Kathy Augustine.
yeah, and she's not also new to the chat room. She was with us in the last episode. Yeah, and this is
Wana Kufegariva.
and she's not also new. She was also with us when Wana was with us on the last. I'm wondering what's Please. I'm sure her husband is watching. She did not forget your name. I don't know what name she wanted to call. It's like she wanted to call her father's name.
Okay.
All right, man. Welcome.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome to the chat room. It's good to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Woo! It's a very interesting topic. What do women really want? I can't wait to hear from all of you, but I would like to start by asking. Sorry if I have to ask. What do women really know what they want?
I think I should also ask you on what context. Is say what's the context of this
So it's pretty
question now?
vague, yeah.
So let's know what we are talking about.
Okay. I'm obviously not talking about this is not a job interview. So I'm not asking you what you want out of this job. What do in as regards to relationship, marriage, what do women really want? I know she knows what I'm asking now. All these people, they are trying to dodge, looking for.
We don't want to shoot ourselves on the
so
leg
that,
now.
you see,
Right?
you see, that's why I asked the question: do women really know what they want?
We know.
Because I've been told, and I have observed many times, I think women don't really know what they want.
Okay. I don't think
So yes or no? Yes or no?
we know what we want.
We know what we want.
Is it a yes for you?
Who am I to say no?
It's alright. They damned up. They have damned up
Yeah.
against me.
No, just that people don't give us what we want. We know.
Okay, but it looks like what women want is always changing. Okay, so when you were single, is what you wanted then, is it different from what you wanted?
Not necessarily.
The dynamics may have changed, but
Yeah.
I think in the
It's
bigger
still
picture,
the
it's
same
still
thing. Might not have the same name, but it's still the same thing. For example, as a single person, maybe you're in a relationship and you ask the woman, "What do you really want?" The person might just say, "I just need your time. I just need your time." And you get married, and the person is saying, "I need commitment." Do you understand? It's still your time, your commitment. The person is still saying, "I need maybe faithfulness." I don't know, So it's not like we don't really know what we want when we're single. We know what we want, just that sometimes it might come in a different language.
So it's the same thing but with a different name.
Help me out.
Share you people can see.
Actually,
Women really don't know what they have not answered.
No. Why you're bringing the state of being single and being married? So let's put it on a
like on a plain platform.
Yes,
Generally,
what do women want? There's so many. Yeah, there's so many things. Every woman, I cannot say what I want is the same thing Kathy will want. Do you understand?
exactly. That's what I was trying to tell when I
Yes.
first heard about this. I'm like,
What
I
women
think
want
it's
is not the same thing.
subjective,
Yeah, it's
like,
subjective.
based
Yeah.
on person.
Based on individual.
Yes,
based on
So
individual.
if you have 10 women in this room,
Of
and
course,
they
you
ask
want
the
different
10 women what do
They
women
want.
really would express
differently. Like I want something.
But we
different.
might be saying different things and meaning one thing. I don't know.
Okay, so let's go to that one thing. That one thing helps. So it's easier for, and I speak as a man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not necessarily holding brief for every man out there, but I'm speaking as a man. It's easier when, how scripture would say, the Bible would say, dwell with them according to knowledge. So it's easier to relate with a woman when you understand who a woman is, her needs, the needs of a woman. What is particular to a woman. Do you understand?
Okay.
So
Now
because there are men, sorry to cut you.
According to knowledge.
There are men who relate with women like they are relating with men, and they're going to have problem with that.
And the women on the other hand may also have a problem with that. So when you say you'd want to know, you're not going to go around studying all the women.
All the women, yeah, it's a particular one.
Yeah,
Like you said, like you said, according to knowledge. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, for example, her husband will really know what she wants. Do you understand?
Exactly.
So you cannot just bring it out and say, "What do women want?" No, you will not be able to tell. You will not be able to tell.
Are you trying to understand?
But my husband.
I'm trying to understand the gender of women.
You will not.
You cannot
understand.
You cannot understand.
You will not
understand. Because
Are you people saying
because-
these people don't know what they
because,
want?
for example,
Okay, ask me. I'm a man. Ask me, what do I want?
That's what do you want? You
So
did not say
you
what
don't
do
men.
say what do
Most
No.
most men.
Now let's
What
understand
men
that.
want?
Let's understand that men they have a dynamic configuration by themselves. Do you understand?
Okay.
So a man is a logical being. Do you understand?
Generally.
Yeah, generally speaking. Women are emotional beings. Do you get? So I see you are my uncle. I see another person, he's my husband. I see another person, he's my father. And these different men are asking me, what do I want? I will trust me, I'll tell them different
things.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
based on the
So
relationship
men
we
should
have
give
with-
up trying to know women.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that
Okay.
let's limit it to what
A
does a
particular
wife,
person.
what does this person
What
want?
does your sister
Yes.
want?
We are
What
saying the
does
same.
your
Please,
wife
people should help me and explain
want?
it that we are saying the same thing. We are saying the same thing.
Yes, that's why I told you that it's subjective. It's based on a
So
personal level.
if you're asking the question
Do you
that
understand what I'm saying?
what does a woman want or what does a wife want, do you understand? Then we can now start a conversation.
So see, I want to take a message back to the men, and I want to tell them, give up trying to understand women. Try and understand the woman in your life.
Thank you.
I think that's
Okay,
better.
that's
Is that what we are
better.
saying?
Yeah, that's better.
Yes,
Now we are
exactly.
coming home
Because it's not easy. Like
to now study a
Because you
woman.
people are complicated.
No, we are not complicated.
Yes.
Now you are I just remember the movie. I don't know if you watched that movie. What do women want? An American movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
What
I've
do
seen
women
it.
or what do men?
What do women want? Something like that. And the man tried to figure it out
And never figured it out.
and did not figure it out. You
Till his
understand?
last day on earth, he never did.
So if we are bringing it to the context of marriage or husband and a wife, what does a woman want? I feel a woman just wants a man who is faithful, who is committed.
We are going somewhere.
Do you understand?
Yes.
A man who
Is
is
there a woman? Let me help you guys. Is there a woman who does not want commitment in marriage?
yeah, I don't think there is.
Neme, your head is shaking like
You said, is there a woman?
yes.
who doesn't want
So I
commitment.
think there
No.
is no such. There will be no such.
We are getting somewhere.
There's somebody like that now. There's something wrong with you.
Just like you saying, men know what they want. This one, every woman wants to have a
Yeah.
faithful man. That one
Yes.
is general.
General.
Sure, you get.
Shay, I asked before, what do men want? They say, wait, it's specific. It's particular.
But come on now. Come on. Okay.
I am moving.
What you want your spouse to be faithful? It's not just
So
women.
commitment
that
is something
particular-
women want.
Yes.
It's not just women.
But
Everybody
you
wants that.
people, the beginning of this conversation.
It's not just women. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Even men want that.
Jesus is Lord.
Wait now, don't be.
Do-
It's just emotional security.
Yeah.
So women want emotional security. So that means there's no woman anywhere who does not want emotional
You
security.
think?
You are still thinking.
Every woman wants to be secure financially, emotionally. Every
I like
woman-
the way this
no, no,
conversation is
every
going.
woman.
I'm revealing you people to yourself.
No, Edidion, let's stick to this. Let's stick to. So
Okay.
you are trying to confuse everybody.
I'm not. No.
No.
You people are confusing yourself.
No, we're not.
No. What do women want? Let's roll with that question.
Yes,
So,
we are with that question. What do women want? There are men listening right now. They are husbands.
okay, so we all
They are
tell you.
husbands to be.
Yeah.
They want to see truly. The reason for this conversation is because men want to understand women better. There are sincere men out there who want to understand women better. When they understand men better, they will be able to relate with women better. They will become better husbands. They will become better fathers, because of course they also have like daughters that look up to them. So they want to be able to.
Okay, so let's answer it on personal levels. Do you understand? We're women here, so let's answer it on personal levels.
Because there are people who will be able to relate with.
Personally.
So personally, if you ask me what do I want, I'll tell you I want somebody who loves me. Who loves me for who I am, is not ashamed of me. You know, we go out and you are proud of me. I want somebody who is my friend. I want somebody who I can stay in the house and we enjoy friendship. I know marriages where it's just a show. I don't know if you understand, you know, you just put up a show, you know, you wear Ankara, you go out and you come back to the house and you guys So I want somebody who is my friend, who I enjoy laughter in the house, where there's fun, there's no tension in the house. I want somebody who can be faithful regardless, because you know, women, we go through a lot. For example, you know, you get married, you start giving birth. You go first, second, your body is changing, everything is changing. There are times where you don't look the way you used to look. You know, so it will take a man who really loves God and loves you to be faithful to you.
True.
Regardless of there are times, changes of your body and all of that. So I need a man who is faithful. I need a man who is sensitive to my feelings. There are people that don't just care. You know, for me personally, I was sharing with Neme one time. Was it Neme or I can't remember. I was sharing with someone just recently, and I think I was pregnant, and just little act of kindness. I needed something, and my husband just went and did it. That meant a whole lot to me. That you are sensitive enough, without saying it, you are sensitive enough to know that my wife needs help. So I need somebody who is sensitive. Like you don't. Yes, women need money too. Let's not say women don't need money. We need money. We need money, but money is not just everything. There are little things you can do that gets the heart of a woman. So, and let me stop here so that every other person.
So I was even going to ask, before I come to Kathy, I was going to ask Neme, are there things you wanted as a single person, but now as a married woman, it really doesn't matter if it's not done? Just think about it.
Should not be too much. Like sincerely, I'm actually thinking about it.
Just think
about
it.
I'm thinking
because I think needs are progressive. They are. I totally agree that, I mean, as we grow, the things that were important to us then are not important now. You know, it's subject to change. So, as much as I truly desire that the people watching could learn, I mean, the men who want to get to know women better and relate better could listen to all of the things we are saying, learn and get better. There is no, you keep learning. You would never stop learning. Do you understand? So you are going to probably in the next 5-10 years, some of the things that were important to you before are not necessarily going to be important to you now. Do you understand? So even with the person you are with now, that thing you think is most important to her now, in the next few years down the line, times are changing. She's not going to count that thing as the most important thing to her. In the order,
something else comes up.
Something comes up. So I'm going to ask: Is it? How do you? Because Neme is still thinking. She's going to answer that question.
She is definitely. She's going
to answer that question. So how? Because we need to help the men.
Okay.
Since it's ever changing, for the men who really want to love their wives better, they want to be better men, better husbands. Okay. What would you advise? How can they get better at that? Especially because these things keep changing.
It's changing. Okay. You know, when we started this conversation, I told you men should not try to discover every woman. Don't try to figure every woman out. You can't do it. Yeah. So when you live with a particular person, she talked about sensitivity, right? Okay. So you learn that person, get to know the things that person likes, and even when you know those things that look like used to be important, when it stop being important, you will definitely notice
that
because if you're sensitive enough, you're going to notice that it has changed. Okay, she's not paying attention to this thing the way she used to. She's not talking about this thing like she used to, which means the attention level on that part has dropped. Okay. So sometimes I also feel you should be able to have room for dialogue communication. So from time to time, just ask, how do you do? Not just how are you?
How are you? Yeah.
How do you do?
Sincerely,
and be ready.
Let's not just be like
we women most of the time when you ask us, I'm fine, because we don't know if you're ready to listen. And listen is not you're trying to tell us. It's just allow us talk and say all the things that we need to say. At the end of the day, it's one thing we are trying to communicate. But men don't like that thing that like, I've heard you now, but why are you still saying it?
Yeah,
they don't like
it.
But that thing just makes us feel
to express ourselves and then enjoy your company.
Sure you get. So I'll be like, I want to tell you that this thing, the way you did it, I do not like it. So I'll start by now bringing one story and I'll tell you and I'll link it. I'm also trying to communicate in a way that doesn't infringe on your ego, right? So I don't, sure you get. So I'm not offensive in the way I'm trying to say it. So I'll just, instead of just going straight to the point and just meander. So this way is like this, so it's like, so men actually need to be patient with women. That's what I think. You need to be patient. You need to be so patient that you can listen and actually listen to. If you really love a person, I think I watched the other episode when, of course, I shot, and I also watched when they said when you love a person, it's not about you, it's about what that person it's about that person. So if you love somebody and it's about the person, you should be able to be patient enough to listen and also offer help. You can't discover everybody. Like, what I want is different from what she wants. Sure, you get, like, women say they like attention. I'm not really the attention person. Allow me go out and walk. Allow me go out and do the things. I don't like men that are clingy, right? So when you're there, I'm not here and you're like, so why are you not here? So this one, so today
they're men like that.
Yes, they're men that love attention.
They just want the wife to be in the house.
Just be around. But you said you're going to be, I have to go to work. Like, personally, I do a lot of things. So that's what makes me happy. So if you allow me to do the things that makes me happy, I feel like you love me. Yes, you don't just want to, cage me in a particular position just to secure your own love language and forget about mine.
Like what she's saying, because I feel that men should also understand that we want to be loved the way we want to be loved, because most men love us on their own terms.
Right?
And they just feel that I'm loving you now, but
I love you.
I mean, it's the reason for this. It's the reason I'm asking this question.
I love you now.
It's the reason I'm asking this question.
You're telling a woman that because I'm providing for you, I'm giving you money.
You have the tendency to love you like
she wants
their guy.
She wants,
I've seen women that you see the way they talk to their husband, you think they are siblings. There are women that just want to be, and they are the other men there that if you love me, you should respect me. This is how you should talk to me. I am your Pope Francis. So you understand? For her, right? She just wants to be your guy. She wants to gist. So even when you go out and do things you're not supposed to do,
and it doesn't mean that you don't respect that man.
No. Sure you get. Like, I want to be so free that no matter what happens outside, I'll come and open my mouth while like this to you. Sure you get, and know that you not just listen because you want to. They said listen, but you actually really care.
Submit.
You know, a lot of men be like submit. But when you keep nagging about this submit thing, it's not like that.
It's not like that. It doesn't happen like that. It's an overflow of the love from the man. Sometimes when the man loves a woman so much,
a man can love a woman to submission.
As in you just be like this man. As in you just do anything he wants just to.
That's what they say. This man has my mumu button. People don't understand.
But you know the trick is some men are waiting for the woman to submit
first before they now love.
So that's wrong. So you love her to submission. I want you to, because I have a question for Ineme. Another question. She has not answered my question.
Sorry, when just before we proceed, talking about loving her to submission. When we go back to that Bible, passage and stuff, I do not think that one is dependent on the other. There were two different commands. Do your
it's
own
not
part
conditional.
and I do my part. So it's not conditional. I understand that it can get tough when it seems like there is when it's one-sided, but then it's not you loving personally. It's not you love me. So if you don't love me, I'm not going to submit. It was two different commandments. Take your own, I take my own. So do your own and I'll do it.
Which is why you should not marry somebody when you don't the person you are loving someone, the person not loving you. Do you get? But I've heard. I think it's a very distorted way to think. I heard something recently. The lady said, "I can't marry him because in the courtship, I want to marry a man who loves me more than I love him." I've heard it from more than one person.
People feel that when your spouse loves you more, a lot of people feel secure there.
Especially ladies.
Yeah.
I've also heard men said that.
Yeah.
Men said that. I even saw it on social media where another guy is advising men that you should marry a woman that loves you more than you love her, so that the marriage and all of those things. And I'm like, I just feel
very distorted.
I feel it's just
who even measures?
You're not sure of the person.
You're not sure
of the person.
Exactly.
So why are we there? Yes,
it
shouldn't be there if you're not sure of the person. So when she was saying those things are submission and love is on its own, I also feel, men, and sometimes when they ask you, when they want you to do something a certain way, and like in the other episode you said, you're right though, but you just have to keep quiet for peace to reign. And most of the times when you try to express yourself, be like, this thing is not like this, and you're misinterpreted, your husband seems to be like, you're not submitting, you're not submissive. Sure, you get that? You're not submissive because there's a particular thing they want you to do, but maybe somewhere in your life when you were single, you have seen that thing before, and you're trying to be like, babe, this thing I've actually seen it before, but because the Bible says we should submit, so you should wait for him to make that mistake that probably you had made. And when those things backfire, they just want to be like, babe, so this thing that we're trying to do, I now have to solve the problem again. The problem that you would have prevented from happening in the first place, you now have to solve it again. So at that point, I'll be like, I told you this thing and you did not listen. So that place, they will be like,
I told you, it can even cause
more problems. So sometimes you just be like,
Interesting conversation here. In a minute, you've not answered my first question. I have another question.
Okay, compound the question.
Maybe you answer it on the next episode. So, I like the fact that she said, don't try to know women generally because needs are different.
Yes.
Yeah, so try to know the woman you are with. So you want to get married to someone, you're in courtship, try to know that woman. Yeah. Because you might never be able to generalize in terms of
even your child, even your daughter is different from your wife.
As interesting as that sounds,
how
do you help someone? I'm asking them now. How do you help when you were single before you got married, there are guys who, if they ever made the mistake to propose to you, never would have married them.
Yeah.
Because you had an understanding of, or you had a perspective to them. There's a way they related with women.
Okay.
Probably based on ignorance. They don't have where would they get that experience from? Do you understand? So if you advise men and say relate with women based on the woman you are with, it means they first of all have to
agree with
do you get? So it's almost like when I mean if you're in Nigeria and you are watching and you go for an interview and they say you need 5 years experience, or guy just left school. This is the job I'm trying to use to get that experience. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying, where did they get that experience from?
Okay.
So I think we also have to, provide some kind of
for other men.
Yeah. So there has to be some kind of template men can work with. Because some guys are
and they're doing these things, making it. They don't even know that what they are doing is the reason why people are saying.
And sometimes, and sometimes their foundation, their families. They don't even have that example.
Yes, you don't have somewhere to. That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
So they can't
some
do
of these persons are
from
dysfunctional homes. Their father didn't treat their mom right.
Yeah, and they just have the mentality of don't trust women. Don't trust women.
So do you understand? So how do we help those kind of men?
Okay.
So there has to be some kind of we still have to go back to the general rule. Do you get? There still just has to be some basis on which to relate with women. If you are relating with a woman, don't do this. If you're relating with a woman, try not to say this. There's a way women generally take that. Do you get? So it just has something to work with.